Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos for educational purpose only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal. We were doing fine to the long side, and now the market going down. That's fine. We did very well this morning. Early this morning was a lot of fun trading. On Friday, usually the best way to do it, not to trade with those amateur traders uh, uh, at 9:30 on Friday is a little bit different. Either get up around 5, 6 o'clock like I did this morning. It was a beautiful day. I love it when the market was going in one direction. I mean, middle of the night, I was getting out of the bed, looking at my iPhone, see the prices, where are they, and all this is really exciting. Right now, the market is changing directions after going long, and we're not touching the market, stopping the auto trade. We're not touching the market. However, you have a very short, strong signal on the gold, and here it is, the gold, and we're going to the institutional target on the gold, 4249.4. This is the gold morning direction and the morning session. On the Nasdaq, we are a little bit the struggling market on the Nasdaq. We need to go back to those levels above the 2488, and we need to see the ES going. Those are the re-entry point right now. What you see here, 24,774, it is the re-entry point. This is from the yellow line, as you see. And this one here, it is the re-entry point, 6659. So those are the re-entry point to the long side. At the moment, we have a little weakness. The buyers are equal to the seller. The market analyzer a little bit mixed from 1 to 30 minutes. So the trend is getting there, but we're not all the way up there yet. The CL, there is a lot of um, uh, problems with the CL. You have a heavy resistance at 57.23, and you have a heavy support at 56.62. So it's not a tradable market. Today is the ES and the Nasdaq. When you don't see the ES and Nasdaq tradable, you can always jump on the gold or the CL, and you can always find a trade. But because now today the ES and the Nasdaq are trending, so no need to go with the gold or the CL. The gold is always a good idea if you are a fast trader, you know what you're doing. There is a lot of money lately in the gold, a lot of money, a lot of trends on the gold. So right now, we have again the long trade on the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq target institutional profit taken on target institutional is 24,943. There are two targets in the morning, especially on Friday. You hit those targets around 11 o'clock. The second target is right there, is 25,069. The way it is working, the Nasdaq is doing very fine. But if the ES did not respond with the movement, you're only gonna see one target for this morning. If the ES responded with the same parallel movement with the Nasdaq, we're gonna hit the target two, and we're gonna hit the target two most likely by 11 o'clock on ES as well. At least we're gonna hit the target one on the ES, the institutional. There are only two targets in the morning session, and those usually they hit around 11 o'clock. So be careful. There is no short trade. There is only pullback, re-entry, whatever auto trade you got under your sleeves. You only concentrate on a long trade or a pullback, re-entry. You do not allow any type of an auto trade, wherever you got this auto trade from, to allow yourself to go short. On the gold is only the gold short, and he already hit the target. As we told you, it was a very, 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 very aggressive movement on the on the gold, and it seems like the target 3 is the last target for today, and is going straight. If we can cross on the gold, if we cross those triple support area, this is a very strong area. If you look at on the gold, is sitting right there at the support area. Cannot. Oh, by the way, we have made something I will share on Monday with the traders. We have made a state of art fibs. It's not just fibs. It is giving you signals to go long or short in conjunction with the fibs. We will deal this with the traders on Monday. Right now, what we see here, it is the support area, and there is a pullback re-entry on the gold at 42.86, but the way it is going right now, there is most likely is going to pull back and go back and retest this support area to see if it can break it. So the gold is doing extremely fine, and on the gold with the auto trade, we already crossed the 14,000 on the 16,000 on the gold. The gold is doing with the BBT is doing extremely well on the BBT, and now it's hitting 17,000. That's for sure. It's doing extremely good, and this is based on 3 minutes. If you take another one based on a different time frame, this one also 3 minutes, but this one is a different entry. It has 19,000 on that trade. So this is really very impressive on the gold, and it is for trading. It is extremely for auto trading. Is the gold has become much more active than the Nasdaq and the ES itself. So right now on the gold, we have a little reversal, but nevertheless, I think we are going to break it and come to this area 4206. This is amazing. Always the future market is amazing. It's a pleasure to trade. It's not like you need to use a daily chart, a 4 hours chart like the Forex and crypto. And when you take the trade, it's not 100% technical. It is some based the movement on rumors, something. With the future, you know what you got. There is nothing can interrupt. Nobody can go ahead and mess you up if you know what you're doing. You know, it is the most profitable business if in the trading is the future. On a 10 years investment, go ahead and buy Bitcoin. On a 4 hours time frame chart with a daily and 15 minutes to pinpoint your entry, go with the Forex and don't overmerge yourself. Very simple. So this is right now, we can see from the market analyzer there is a yellow, there is a red on the ES, NASDAQ, YM, all of them now because of the drop in the market. So we're going to go back to the NASDAQ to see what is the NASDAQ at. The NASDAQ is coming back to retest the re-entry point 24,792. On the ES, let's hope to, if the NASDAQ go below the 24,792 and the ES drop below the 6,661, this is a problem for the ES. Let me tell you why. If the market drop below this number here, this means you don't have a long trade. You don't have a long trade period anymore. But then you're gonna bump into a major support area, which is gonna cause your ES sideways. When you are auto trading, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're gonna be facing a lot of losses, one losing trade after the other, despite the time frame you are using, despite the auto trade you are using, whatever this auto trade coming from, doesn't have to be from us. And then you're gonna have some problem. So the main things right now on a Friday, if you are auto trading and you have no idea how the price action work, or you're not a really a future trader, you're just a visiting, a tourist and the trading, you just keep your eye on the 24,795 to as long as this market above that number, stay on the long side. And if you are auto trading the ES, if you are above the 6,660, stay on the long side. If those two market cross those numbers here, you need to stop whatever auto trade or dishwasher machine you are using for your trading, and you stop immediately your trade until we see what will happen to the market. You cannot constantly auto trade in, print money, and if you don't know how the market function, sometimes the market goes sideways, and when the market goes sideways, you need to sit on the side with the market as well. So it's not to just turn on the auto trade like what you see on those cheap app, and everything is so nice and sweet and beautiful, uh, with a couple $100 systems. Those uh, uh, funny because the programmer told me, Sam, they are using Java. How in the hell you can use Java on those charts? And here it is, a long trade. So it is just a video. It's not really. Actually, yesterday uh, I uh, I saw one guy, and there is a lot of follower, and I sent him a message. I told him he's teaching the market on a replay. He already know the results, and I told him you are using replay data, and at the beginning he sounded like he was taking the trade, and then I looked again and I saw the way the market move is a replay, and I told him it's a replay. He said, yeah, it is for educational purpose only. Well, you cannot get educated from a replay data. That's what you see sometimes, many replay data, and they take a trade long and short. Yeah, they already know the results, of course. But let me see, if you don't know this bar here, if you are here, you just tell me where is this market going. You don't know. But of course, you know the result, so you can be open your mouth and play smart because you know the results. So here it is. We are coming to the target one, and we are coming to the target one, profit taken on target one. And then if you are on two contract or more than one contract, you are using, you can take some of your trades on 24,941 as a profit taken. And this one here is a profit taken. Look at the ES, where is stopped. Look at the ES, where is stopped. Profit taken. Look at the ES, where is stopped. Look. I don't know if you can see the wig on a YouTube, but there is a wig all the way to the target. I don't even cannot see it. I barely, oh, here it is. Now you can see the wick. You can see where is the target profit taking. It's right there. And let's see what happened here. So this is the first target. And now the Nasdaq is coming to the first target profit taking. And here it is, 24,942. And the ES seems like it's going to climb directly to the last target for the target 2, which is 6,717. Once you approach the target 6,717, usually the market go back and forth between target 1 and target 2. So there is no more trades once you approach the target 2, which is very early. Right now it is 10:14. We have all the way till 11 o'clock to achieve that target. So there is no big deal on that either. So the YM signal plotted from the market analyzer. Here is the auto trade. So what we are going to do, the auto trade, if you watch it, I'm not going to touch it. I'll let you see it by yourself. The auto trade by itself extend the target automatically. I was gonna put it right below the double resistance, 46, 617, 4,000, 46,617, but I'm gonna leave it as is. And you can see how the auto trade extend the target by itself all the way up. It depends on the market movement. For the Nasdaq at the moment, Nasdaq. Where is the Nasdaq? The Nasdaq auto trade is right there. It is actually the first trade for today. The gold hitting 24,000, and he broke that support area. And your last target on the gold is 4206.1. It's right there. So it's already hitting 24,000. Amazing, amazing day. And we'll leave this one here. We take this one. You can see it yourself. We take it out. Why need it? And on the ES, we have pulling back the ES. This is not good. We'll leave it here next to the ES, so we can see everything in one time. The pullback re-entry on the ES, if it breaks that support area, is coming to retest the support area. If you broke the support area, we need to re-enter the market at 6,671, 6,671. Let's go back to the Nasdaq. You can see on the Nasdaq when the target one hit, it was a profit taken, as we said. It's coming to the re-entry at 24,849 because it hit here is a profit taken, and you can see here it started blinking. That means there is a short trade or a closing position. You don't know. So it could be short trade or closing position. Is coming directly to the re-entry point 24,847, and the re-entry point on the ES is 66,725. This is amazing day. I forgot I have positions in the market. Wow. You know, sometimes your experience in the trading is not anymore about money. It's the enjoyment, the satisfaction that you are ahead of the game, and when you put position on your key, you know, and the market come and hit your keys where you position yourself. It's not about money, the pleasure in it, as much as how accurate you become. You know, this is where uh, you learn doing those years. You cannot take it from somebody else, but doing the years, you learn how to um, how to. The only time you learn when you burn your finger, you know. So if you had a losing day one day, don't get upset. Don't blame anyone. You just learn from it, and you become stronger the next time. You will not fail. It's not uh, the stupidity to make a mistake. It is the one who makes the same mistake twice. So it just you learn from your mistake and remember it so you do not make the same mistake twice. This is what is all trading about. So right now there is no short. It's a pullback re-entry, and we will see where this market going. I've been awake since 5 o'clock in the morning. I drank my first cup of coffee behind the computer. The only time I had time to have something to eat 3 hours later. So, but it was a very good day. I'm very pleased. Wow. Okay. So let's look at the gold. The gold become very interesting product for me. And what? Wow. We have a customer. He's been on the market from four. He's been on the market for 4 hours and 40 minutes. Wow. You know, I thought only people has no wife can do that. But I have one and you have one. So you see what is the re-entry come in right there, right there, the re-entry. Exactly. I love it when the system work by tick. Here is the re-entry. Uh, we called it 6,674. This is the re-entry. And this one is going straight. If you are trading or auto trading the gold, this is your last destination, 4206. It might go a couple bars down. Let me explain to you. Those yellow lines measure the previous highs and lows, and those yellow lines measure the previous highs and low. It's not just one of those stupid indicator overbought, oversold. What happened to the supply demand? So oversold, overbought indicator for somebody, uh, is totally empty in his head. You never use such an indicator overbought, oversold. This is not enough to use a momentum minus 30 plus 80 and all this nonsense. There is so many videos about the momentum below 30 and everybody is tweaking the momentum and they still going in a circle. They have no clue what to do. So the momentum in itself is nothing. It's garbage. This momentum has been in the market for 20 years and they've been tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and retweaking about the momentum MACDs, but at the end of the day, it's just a stupid moving average. When the momentum below 30, so what? So what? How about if it's below 10? How about if it's below 5? So it doesn't matter. I don't want to go through this nonsense. Anyway, when you hear somebody talking about MACDs and momentum and ATRs and all this garbage, it's been around for over 20 years. You just need to flip immediately. You cannot learn, you know, momentum. Lately, I've been seeing so many. Everybody can open their mouth and talk about momentum. At the end of the day, the momentum is just as good as if you can see a donkey playing piano. The momentum is just a little bit around your corner to see if you are below 30 over 80. If the donkey can play piano, the momentum can make you money in the market. Simple as that. Let's put it this way. I don't want to go and lose temper over what I have seen lately. It's so scary what I have seen, and maybe it's time to give my business to my son, and so I don't have to see any of it. So uh, uh, the the gold, we are okay on the gold, and the re-entry on the Nasdaq is 24,869, and this is it. There is nothing we can do about it. We are doing okay. Super. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, we have nothing to say. The market is going in the same direction. If you notice on the market analyzer, when you have the ES on the three direction buy, the NASDAQ on the three direction buy, and the YM on the three direction buy, uh, um, does mean you are in the right direction trending with the market. You trend with the market. I don't want to talk about anybody. I will say to myself, like, I'm just a small flea on the back of an elephant going in the same direction. So we cannot fight the trend. We need to go with the trend. Now, I have explained on the private webinars how to do the reversals, but I'm not going to do it here on the YouTube because then somebody is might copy it and start teaching how to trade reversal in the wrong matter, in the wrong direction. So I'm not going to do this here in the public because the reversal has more money to trade, but you have to be extremely experienced and extremely knowledgeable. Otherwise, if you're trying to reverse the market, you're trying to catch a flying knife. You don't know what you're doing. You get yourself cut. So I'm not gonna complicate the trades here on the YouTube. We're gonna stay trading with the trend. That's it. On the I was talking about this here on the gold. We have those two yellow lines measuring the previous highs and lows with another coding, which every time you see it on the ES, NASDAQ, any instrument, once this market enter, like what you see here, there is somebody gonna get lost with a double bottom and double top. I heard the songs before from the 50s. Double top, double bottoms. What happened to the triple top, triple bottoms? What is the big deal about double top, double bottom? You know, so to get excited over. But when the market gets in between those two yellow line, this is where an amateur trader taking short and a professional trader taking long, because the story is finished to the downtrend. If you go to any videos we have for the last 3 4 years, once this market enter those two yellow line where the others are auto trading short, we are looking for reversal. We are going the opposite what those amateur traders do. They are very vulnerable traders. We know whereas their stop loss is from 15 to 20 ticks on a normal market. They use fibs from a used furniture store. You can see he's trading with the fib for hours and days and weeks. He's relying on momentum, ATRs, MACDs, the principle of moving averages. So they are those big movers. They know what the normal and professional trader capable of and what he's looking at. They know whether you are trading crypto or Forex or they know. They know your steps. They know your indicators. They know you're going to fall into the trap day in and day out. They know. We have a company 3 years ago. It's a Forex company, thanks God. It's not, they have a big members overseas, not in USA, overseas. The members use their indicators and they use some of our system, but not on NinjaTrader, on their platform with a tweak of institutional coding. Doesn't matter. It's totally different. Those traders, they opened this company platform and it comes with top-notch indicators. Free with your platform. It's belong to this company only. One of the jobs we did for them overseas is when the market comes to the fib, they know the trader is going to take long or short on that trade. They make sure the market move below or above the fib until they finish with all the traders. They wash all those small traders with the small stop losses. They know. They know this. Those traders are using momentums, MACDs, ATRs. They know. They know their limitation with the stop loss. They know. So those amateur traders, they are exposed and vulnerable by big fish. Whether you are future trader, crypto is on a bigger, much bigger fish and much more complicated, or Forex. Those amateur traders are vulnerable. They know their limitation. So, to go back to those yellow lines, when everybody taking a short, if you notice how strong the gold was, and when it entered those two yellow lines, reversed. Here's the problem. Now, if we take on the gold from 42.89 all the way down to the 42.43, you see there are many lines. When the market squeeze many lines around the price, stay out. You're lost. Literally stop trading. Stop trading. Because we don't know any longer which one is going to hold. So you go long, you get rejected, it goes down, the market going like a pinball, going up and down, trying to find an exit, and you are chasing a pinball. This is where you immediately stop trading. What we need is space, like this one here before. If we look at the NASDAQ, look, here you have a turbulence, here is spaced out. There is a certain area on the chart The chart is not a black and white. There is a gray area in the chart. And if you don't want to believe in the gray area, you will never be a trader. You will take trades in the wrong directions. You get in the turbulence middle of the market, and you will never be successful trader. The first things you need to do, split the chart to three: the gray area and tradable, the long area, and the short area. This is will cut 50% of your losses. Don't, and That is the best question I've had. We've been in the public 16 years. I've been trading 32 years, 33 years. The best question I've had by one customer a year ago: isn't the auto trade supposed to know it all? No, the auto trade cannot know it all. The auto trade, even if you use an AI system, is still so limited. He cannot tell the difference between this or this. So still the visual eye is more important than your auto trade or your AI on a different platform. Those, we did many tests on the AIs, and they are so limited, and it is the same rubbish. No matter what you get into coding, you end up with momentum, RSI, MACDs, moving averages. This is the limitation. So as we see here on the NASDAQ, from here long and below here is short, but you cannot combine all of them. You cannot. Oh, I didn't see that, but the ES Auto Trade took short, and this one closed even. So right now, okay, this one is gone. Right now there is no no trade in those area here. We are sitting sideways, and there is no trades in this area. Simple, finished. So we're gonna stay on standby to see what will happen. Nasdaq is finished, break even, didn't do anything. $10.37. Wow. The market analyzer is going to change very soon from buy, buy to sell, sell, sell. Be careful. The market is finished. Now, the first wave, those three indicators, the 1, 3, and 5, start getting in red. The boat is sinking. The sellers over the buyer, all those whatnots, they are in short. And this one here, the sellers over the buyers, from 1, 3, and 5 minutes, they are in red. Your boat is sinking and is leaking. And now we are going to the short side below that 6,659, and then we have a short below the 24,786. Those are the short ready to be taken on the short trade, and you can see how the market changing direction. And look, now if we look at the NASDAQ, if you are taking short here, talking about lines and fibs, you are in a clearance from 24,781 all the way to the 24,634 with no fib holding on the way. There is no fib holding on the way. It might generate one once the market going down, but right now it is clear sky to take short from that section all the way down to the 24,634. Now look at this. If we look on the top, now here we are going through turbulence. And now if we look, now it's all clear, all clear. Here is the turbulence above long, here short. The same story on the ES. The trouble start at 6,636, and now you have a clearance from here to here, nothing holding this market. You see? The market, no trade. Be careful. Don't try to figure out the market. The market, no trade. You can see from the market analyzer, most of it in red, which is very unusual. But you can see the market analyzer is struggling to keep on the profit, and not just one instrument. Usually this market analyzer, you go through all the videos, most of the time they are in green. 80 out of 100, you will find it in the green. Today, it is uh, red and green like a Christmas tree. So there is no trade right now. Everything is on hold. I'll cut off the microphone because there is nothing to trade. And if I see anything, I'll let you know. Thank you. Okay, there is nothing left for the morning session. Is the market is sideways? There is nothing. The only thing is you mark on your chart if the market on the ES go below the 6,659, that's mean you have a short. And if you are below the 24,748, that's mean you have short. But beside that, there is nothing left in the market. We wish you the best weekend and God bless everyone. Bye for now.